Well folks, the first thing that could become possible is for the work to reveal the true nature of Daishinkan. As we know, the information we have about Daishinkan is minimal, and therefore, it is extremely difficult for us to conclude anything about it. Every time we see Daishinkan's appearances, we always see that he is calm, and that he apparently always maintains the same expression of tranquility and calm. But what if everything we saw about Daishinkan was just a mask maintained by it? What if he hid his real intentions from everyone, even Zeno-Sama? Daishinkan appears to be very peaceful and calm by the way he acts. However, there are certain times when his macabre and frightening personality can come to the surface. However, Daishinkan may be working out a huge and macabre plan behind the scenes. Just as we saw in Dragon Ball Kakume, which is a non-canon manga, Daishinkan can be someone else when he reveals his true intentions. Guys, if you're enjoying the video, leave a like and help the channel grow even more. Let's help the channel. And now, let's go back to the video. In that case, if Daishinkan finally showed his true colors and wanted to carry out his plan, who could stop him then? As we know, Daishinkan represents the father of all angels, their pillar, and as such, he is the peak of the angelic hierarchy, representing the pinnacle of strength after Zeno-Sama. If this happened, all universes would be in a major crisis, and practically no one would be able to stop it. And this could cause major future catastrophes that could hardly be avoided. The only opponents who might have a chance are the angels. But of course, that's if they're all together to be able to face their father. But anyway, the only one who can certainly defeat Daishinkan without great difficulty is Zeno-Sama. But even so, Daishinkan appears to be a very intelligent person, and if he really were to rebel against everyone, he would certainly have a method of countermeasures to stop Zeno-Sama from doing something. Zeno-Sama, despite being extremely strong and able to erase entire universes, is still not omnipotent. He is limited by his own childish mentality, and as such, is easily manipulated. But, as I said before, it is quite difficult to speculate what Daishinkan's real intentions would be and what he would plan in his plan. He is a great mystery throughout the work so far. However, just because we don't know much about him doesn't mean we can't speculate, right? Daishinkan is considered one of the greatest or most mysterious characters in the work. If we look at it this way, perhaps Daishinkan's intentions have always been hidden, even from Zeno-Sama, who appears to trust Daishinkan a lot. Think about it with me. If Daishinkan hid his real personality from everyone and wanted to execute a bigger plan, he would certainly need great power to do so, wouldn't he? And that's where Zeno-Sama comes in, as he is someone with a childish mentality. Serving him and gaining his trust wouldn't be very difficult over the years. So, with Zeno-Sama's support, Daishinkan's plans would be easily executable, as he would have the most powerful being in existence beside him. But anyway, Daishinkan is a mysterious being. We can only wait for the work to show us more about him, and consequently, show us his intentions. Alright guys, now let's move on to the next thing that might happen in Dragon Ball. And this thing I talk about is Goku awakening a new transformation that simply exceeds his limits once again, and consequently, surpassing the power of Ultra Instinct. As we know, the Saiyan is someone who is extremely persistent when it comes to training to increase his strength, and when he doesn't achieve this with the functional method, he always ends up inventing something new or asking someone to train him. But anyway, with the new future threats that will certainly appear in Dragon Ball, will Ultra Instinct be enough to stop all these threats? Will an enemy appear so strong as to surpass even the power established by the angels? If that happened, Goku would have to put in a brutal effort so that he could protect planet Earth again. Not only that, but also protect his friends and family. Having the appearance of a transformation that surpasses even Ultra Instinct is not something very difficult in the work, since as we have seen, even Ultra Instinct has its weaknesses. It was possible to see this thanks to the battle against Granola. So, to overcome his limits once again, could Goku have a new transformation? Pay attention to one thing. I'm not talking about Goku having a transformation in the sense that he will awaken something out of nothing, but rather that he will be able to develop a new mode of transformation that could make him surpass his limits. Goku is a persistent guy, and although he proves to be someone who is not very intellectual in society, he is still a genius in battle, and he has had this ability since he was just a boy. Goku has been through several situations in his life. he has faced several difficult and different opponents. Not only that, but there were also opponents who were much stronger than him. So, Goku overcoming his limits is not something very surprising, because as Vegeta himself said, Saiyans have no limits, their evolution potential is unlimited. Well, we just have to see what could happen in the future in the work. And do you think it's possible for Goku to reach a new level of power that could surpass even the acclaimed and powerful technique of the angels? Or could this just be nonsense? As it is a peculiar and difficult subject to speculate, I would like to know your opinion on this subject. Comment in the comments below. Now moving on to the third theme that could perhaps occur in the work is the Prince of the Saiyans, Vegeta, being able to achieve Ultra Instinct, just like Goku. Well, this subject is a bit delicate to talk about, but it's not impossible for it to happen. Vegeta is a very intelligent person and learns things at an abysmal speed. So, if he trained with Whis on the Ultra Instinct method, perhaps he could achieve this technique. But it is a very complicated obstacle for the Prince of the Saiyans, since he has decided to follow the path of destruction, and as such, it is very difficult for him to learn this technique, since even Beerus, who is a god of destruction, did not completely dominate it. Even so, Vegeta has not yet mastered the style of destruction completely. He still has difficulty executing a Hakai as perfect as Beerus's, which proved to be a very difficult task throughout the work. In this case, if he has not yet fully followed this path, nothing prevents Vegeta from having Ultra Instinct as well. In fact, Vegeta can go further. He could master Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct, making the two enter into a total power tune. As I said before, Vegeta is a smart guy who learns quickly, and he has immense pride, and he certainly wouldn't let himself give up because of that. Vegeta could have Ultra Instinct based on the training he had with Whis, while also training with Goku. As he is a training partner of the two, he certainly knows a little about how the technique works, and although he tried to obtain the technique in the anime's Tournament of Power and failed miserably, he is stronger now, not only physically, but also in his mental state, which is perfect for a person to obtain Ultra Instinct. Don't you agree? Anyway, do you think this could become possible in the work? Do you think Vegeta could succeed in combining both techniques and forming one combat style, or would that be totally impossible? Well, remember, nothing is impossible for Saiyans. They can always find a way to evolve, no matter how difficult it is. Well guys, that's it for today. But what about you? Did you like the themes? Do you think they are possible to occur in the work? Comment your opinions on each of them in the comments below. It will be very interesting to read your opinions on this. And now that the video is coming to an end, I would like to ask you not to forget to leave a like. It is something very important on YouTube, as it will show YouTube that you are enjoying the videos, okay? So, subscribe to the channel and come be part of this huge Genki Dama. Anyway, for today, I say goodbye. See you guys.